Next is functions, working of a computer. A computer is a machine that works very fast, but it cannot work on its own. Some data have to be fed into it. It will process that data, and as a result, it will give a relevant information. So computer never works on its own. We have to give some data so that it can process it and give you information. What is data and information? Let's read data first. Data is a collection of raw, unorganized facts and figures that includes words, numbers, sounds and images. For example, class 3, A, roll number 8, rupees 5,000, Rahul, etc. So data is a collection of raw and unorganized facts and figure. We can say that it is not in order or not in systematic way. As you can see the example down here, it's saying class 3A. We are not understanding much from it. So what information it wants to give us? So to understand better, we need information. So what computer do it? Computer process it and then give us the information. Look here, information. The meaningful and organized form of data is called information. Means we given data to the computer, it process it and give us the meaningful form of data. That is information. Given below are some information based on the data given on the previous page. Now on the previous page you have read one example, class 3, A, 5,000, Rahul, etc. Now see, here's the example of information. Rahul is in class 3. Now we understand that there is a boy named Rahul who is in class 3. He is in section A. Rahul's roll number is 8. His monthly fees is 5,000. Now you must have understood the difference between data and information. Now I guess you understand data and information. Let's move further. How does a computer work? Let's start. The working of a computer is based on the following principle: input, process, output. It is very important. Input, process, output. Let us understand the input, process, output with the help of some examples. There is very simple example, day-to-day life example. So you have some oranges, but you want orange juice. So what will you do? You have some oranges, you put those oranges in a juicer. Then start the juicer, then juicer start working on it. That is known as our processing. The oranges which we have, that is known as input. When we put inside the juicer and juicer start working on it, that is known as processing. And finally, when you get the output, that is orange juice, that is known as our output. So this is very simple example for input, process, output. And this process is also known as IPO. You can take I from input, P from process, O from output. And this is also known as IPO process cycle. So this is very simple. Next page. Another example which is very simple. Again, you have bread but you want toast. So what you will do, bread is input for you. You put that bread into a toaster, then start the toaster. Toaster will start working on it and it will provide you a toast. So this is input, working is processing, and finally when you get the toast, that is your output. Next is adding two numbers on computer. Now see, now you have two numbers you want to add in computer. Now how computer will work? It is very simple. Let me take another example for more clarification. Look children, we want to add 2, 2 and plus. So we give this data to the computer. Suppose this is your computer. So we have given 2, 2 plus, that is data. Now what computer will do? It start working on it. When it start working on it, that is known as our process. And finally, when it gives us result, that is output, that is known as our information. So what you give to computer is input or data. It work on it, that is process, and when you get the result, that is known as our information. So the same thing is here, only the difference is I have taken 2 plus 2, they have taken 4 and 5. So this is the same thing, 4 and 5 is input, they are working on it, that is processing, and the result is output. You can see here also. Diagrammatically, they have shown to us. Like input from the keyboard, they have given 6 and 6 and plus. The data gone to the computer and start the processing 6 plus 6, and then finally they will give us the result as 12. And see here computer is also saying, so friends, this is how a computer works, and this is also known as IPO cycle, that is input, process and